got a bit of a distance back to my internet, but nice to talk to you. I've just come back from the track. I haven't even showered, and I thought, right, let's get this done while there is still a bit of light, and I'm out here in the countryside, and you'll hear the planes take off from the airstrip, which is right next to the track, and that's a lot of the drivers who are important people are leaving the track via air from this little airstrip, which you probably saw in the various broadcasts that go around the world. So I'm just waiting for some questions to come up. Great day photography-wise. I was at turn 1 for the start, and there were the first lap, of course, we had Max run wide. Second lap, we had Lando run wide, and I got those shots. But thereafter, nothing much happened in terms of accidents or incidents, but I was listening to it probably like you were. And in fact, I'm interested to know whether anyone on here was actually at the track today. Did I capture the last battle before the finish? No, I didn't get the overtake because that was... where was that? That was before the chicane, wasn't it? No, I was at the last corner. In fact, I was almost back to the start-finishing line for the Parc Ferme at that point. I think to get those sort of shots, you have to be, I guess, ready to miss out on Parc Ferme. But I think I'm better off getting shots from Parc Ferme, where there's a lot of opportunity. And, of course, everybody wants to see the winners. And, of course, there were some lovely moments today with Checo at the end giving Max a hug and vice versa. I had a chat with Checo's manager at the end of the day today, Lewis. And he was obviously pumped and said there's plenty more podiums to come. And that is a helicopter you can hear. Max, yeah, he was... his radio was shocking. If you haven't yet watched the broadcast, and if you're on here and you haven't watched the race, well... I've just told you who won, so let's have a look, see if we can see that. Yeah, it's a nice copter. Driver of the day, I'll go with Max because he was everyone's popular choice. Did I catch any pics of Jack Doohan? He won F3. No, but that's Mick's son, but I did see Mick. Now that's interesting because I used to have a house on the Gold Coast, not far from Mick Doohan. I think Mick has a number of properties on the Gold Coast, and Australians will know of the Gold Coast. What time have we got in Australia? Plus 9 hours for the East Coast, so they're probably not with us. It's not Father's Day in Australia, I don't think, Faith, but thank you for that. I think it's a European thing. Our Father's Day is in September, from memory. Hello from the US, where it looks like we're coming, and I hear we might even get 2 races. Indianapolis might be the second one. That would be great because you guys are killing it with COVID, aren't you? No masks, no nothing. It's a free-for-all there. Hello to Greece. Father's Day in the US too. Okay, so Australia has gone alone in our Father's Day. Hello, Kelly, who's a member. You loved the race today. And I loved listening to it too. I thought the coverage we had on BBC was excellent. And it was exciting for me, and I knew what to look for. And because the first few races this year, I couldn't get the BBC audio, so it was great to know what is going on. I live in Indianapolis, and no restrictions. Everyone's vaccinated. That's great. But if we come there, I'd be very surprised if we were allowed to get around without masks. And the next place, I can tell you, one of my members here, is at Arnov. Next place we're going to is Austria, and we have to wear NFFP2 masks, which are the really uncomfortable ones. And on the plane tomorrow we have to wear them as well. Hello from India. Yes, I have a lot of Indian followers. And what time is it in India? It's probably a few hours before Australia. So middle of the night, is that what time it is there? Australia doing a shocking job with the vaccine. Yeah, well, that's the drama. Of course, everyone thinks, well, hey, we don't have COVID over here. What do I need to worry about the vaccine for? Well, I can tell you why. So we can open the borders up and allow us to travel and get the Australian GP back. 10:49 p.m. Is it in India? 11 p.m. says somebody else. Yes, fair enough. That's the same thing. Hi from Belgium. We're coming to Belgium. I've got a lovely apartment booked in Spa. So N95, is that the mast, is it? What do you mean? No, I didn't watch the BBC. I listened to it. I get BBC 5 live. do you not go to the race? Yeah, I do go to the race. That's how come I'm there to shoot the photos. What is that red thing in the back? Oh, that's a towel. Hang on. That was distracting. FFP3. Hello, Brazil. I don't think we're coming to Brazil. I think that race is going to be abandoned, and I think we'll go to Bahrain again. Have you posted today's pictures on your site? Some. I got one card processed, but I've got another card with probably 300, 200 images I've got to go through after. But I come to this for you because I know some of you want to go to bed, and the real reason is there's failing light. So I thought, let's do it outside on a beautiful evening. Hello, Jordan, from Oman, I gather. Hello from Somalia. Now, I did not realise I had followers in Somalia. You saw me several times during the broadcast from Lisbon, Jess, did you? You might have seen me around Charles Leclerc when he was prepping. Now, he had 4 drink bottles. Did you see that? Maybe he was obscuring those drink bottles, but we were shooting them. And each of those drink bottles had a different solution in it. And I watched him, directed by his trainer, Andrea, try, I think, all 4. Maybe it's certainly 3, if not 4. You saw me today photographing Daniel. Did you really? Oh, you were in a van. So here's Chloe. You're not the Chloe from McLaren, are you, Chloe? That I photographed out the front. Scottish Isle of Tiree. Is that Tiree? Is that how we say that? Maybe supplement drinks, yes. Or, I don't know what they got in them. One would have been just straight water, I'm sure. None of them would have been Coke. No, actually, Coke's not their sponsor, is it? Coke's McLaren's sponsor. What was that? It was red flag from the race as it was not used today. Okay. Clearly didn't work well for Leclerc. No, they went backwards, didn't they? Is Bottas okay? What do you mean by that? Is he mentally okay? Is he healthy? He gave me a fist bump yesterday on the way in. He's a lovely fella. Got a lot of time for him. Hello, Algeria. My gosh, people are all over the world. Why'd they give Hamilton a Gorilla trophy? Because that is their thing here in Le Castellet. There is a manufacturer of those big statues. Now, where are they located? I've seen that they've got a showroom in Saint-Tropez. I've been to it. And I actually shot some images for that company going back a few years ago now. And they do those very big and small versions. You would have seen that white polar bear in the pit lane. Well, that's the company that does that. And obviously they've got some sort of deal that they do that. Kelly, hello. Bottas was angry. Oh, yes, I did hear Bottas was angry. I didn't see him. Yeah, I did. I saw him in the media pen afterwards. I took some nice pictures of Lewis in the media pen afterwards, and there's a couple already up on prostarpics.com. How was the air traffic? Yeah, well, we've seen a steady stream of flights, which I imagine is all F1 traffic heading out of here. Great little interaction today with Seb and Checo. They came out of their little enclave of motorhomes, and Seb had this hat, which I think you've probably seen. I think I had it on the other night in my video. And Checo came up and walked beside him, and Seb put the hat on Checo, and he had a bit of a laugh, and then Checo put it back on Seb's head. And I think it'll make a nice little piece for my video, which I hope to do tomorrow, but it's a very busy day travelling to Vienna, and then I've got to go and visit a store called Wallenstein because I'm desperate to get a new long sleeve jumper, and the other one's pretty much had it. And then we're going to head to Spielberg, to a beautiful little apartment that I've got there. So my travel video I will record tomorrow. I will do in the afternoon a video about today, and then I'll edit, and I'll post that tomorrow night, touch wood. And then on Tuesday I will do another video about my travel day, because I know they go very well. I don't think we'll find an abandoned airport, and if you haven't seen my last travel video, I urge you to go and have a look. Fire some questions away while I grab a drink quickly. Oh, and I probably should have told David that I was doing this, and I apologise, but I think I've worked out how I can actually bump people. Yeah, I have. But, here's cheers. South Africa, Latvia Any overtakes you caught on camera? Yes, I got... I'm pretty sure it's Norris going around Gasly, and I've got 4 or 5 nice frames there. No wristwatch today. Jeff, I am wristwatchless. In fact, I only brought one with me, and that's an Apple Watch. And unfortunately, the band's buggered, so I can't wear that. What do you think about the Turkish GP? Yeah, I think Turkey will go ahead later in the year. Yeah, just Coke. I would like to suggest a collaboration someday with My Life. Brazilian journalist, very active. Okay, perhaps you could tee that up for me, Aaron, that'd be nice. I don't know what we do, but you guys would know more than me. In fact, I'm after someone who's brilliant with social media. Somebody, I don't want to, it's an interesting thing. I think there's a lot more I can do with it. I met a guy, Simon Wilson, I think his name is, in Baku. Lovely fella, done amazing things, got 847,000 followers on YouTube and 4.4 million on Facebook. Absolutely kills it. What's my favourite camera? My 1DX Mark III. Alex Albon in DTM, is he? How did you like this Grand Prix? I thought it was pretty good. I didn't think it was my favourite ever. And there's a few things about the French track that I don't love, and those big blue lines get the better of me. Unfortunately, the food's not that great in the media lounge, but hey, we're not going there for a culinary treat. But unfortunately, when you marry it up with, say, Imola, they're chalk and cheese. My driver of the day, I don't know, I just see him come past in a 200-metre section of the track. You know much more than I do at this point. Yeah, I'll run you through my schedule for the race. Start off this morning and I do 2.5 hours waiting for drivers, and then everybody leaves, all the photographers leave except me, and I stay and I get Max and Kelly coming in, and I get Pierre. They are the last 2 drivers to come in, and I get them all to myself. Then I go back to the media centre and I edit for a little bit, and I will then go out and do the drivers parade, which is a fair walk to get there. Then I go back to the media centre, do 15 minutes editing, grab a whole lot of stuff, and I head out to the grid. So we stand on the outside of the track and we can shoot the drivers all getting ready. And then with about probably just straight after the national anthem, I grab my stuff, get into one of the shuttle buses, and I head up to turn 1 and 2, and I shoot the start from there. And I did probably 10 laps there. Then I went right round to the end of the course, yeah. So the last, what is that? 6, 7, it's probably about 10, 12, around there, those corners. And I shot there just in a big arc and walked slowly back to, the Parc Fermé, where we did it on the track, and we'll be doing it all on the track this year for both quali and for the race. So and then I go back afterwards and I go and shoot the drivers coming to the media, and I did probably 30 minutes there, then I go back and edit, and then I race back here so that I can do this before the light fails, and then I've got another card to edit. So that's my day, and there's not a second of free time to sit down and relax. Now, there were 2 things that popped up there. Yeah, Eddie, you are a bit late, and several people have been asking after you. Is my niece Indy on here? Indy Moss from Melbourne? I think it might be too early for her. Somebody asked about why Charles wears 2 watches. Well, I imagine he's wearing one, which is the sponsor's watch, which will be the Richard Mille, which I think is it a 6702? A number of wear that. And the other one I imagine is some sort of Garmin thing that measures stuff. That's what I think. I didn't actually notice he was wearing 2 watches today. Hi, the US. I hear that there might be 2 races. Yes, anything could happen. I leave Austria tomorrow. What did I do before F1? Same thing I'll do after F1. Go back to my businesses in Perth. Have a look at messages have a look at kimillman.com. That's probably tells you all you need to know. What do I do between GPs? I produce videos for you to watch free of charge here. Hi, Egypt. I've been Egypt once, and thoroughly enjoyed it. The thing that stuck out to me was when we took the cruise along the Nile, at the back of the boat there was a guy that just sat there with a machine gun, and he was our protector. When's next video? Tomorrow night. Touch wood. But it's a very busy travel day tomorrow. So I'll have to do a quick, the video should be pretty quick. The ones where I talk about stuff that I've experienced in the day, they can normally be done in 4 or 5 hours. When I'm doing like engineers or watches of F1, that's a whole lot of correlating stuff, and that can take 7 or 8 hours, sometimes even more. Will, I've just answered that question. Gerardo Esteban Roca Franjos from Mexico City. David, what does David say here? Canada here. What an exciting finish. How was shooting today? Did you get paddock access? No paddock access, and no word on when it may come. But it was great seeing the crowd. It was really an unusual thing, especially in the main straight, where I'd be standing and shooting. I think, oh, there's a crowd there. I've got to take some photos of them. And, oh, yeah, okay, so there were lots of French flags over in the stand around the chicane, and they were applauding Gasly and Ocon and Charles as well when they did the drivers' parade, which was great to be shooting the drivers' parade. The most unusual thing during this race weekend, unusual. Nothing comes to mind. What else have we got here? Didn't take any pics of Formula 3. There's no time. Car pics are not very exciting. What you want to see, and I know this because just by putting up stuff you get a feel, you want to see pictures like the back of Kelly Piquet and Max Verstappen. Did you see that picture? Yeah, it's just a picture of two people's backs. She was holding the umbrella, but my gosh, it was my biggest post, I think, 17,000 likes today. Pictures of cars, 3,500, 4,000 likes. Unless it's something amazing, in which case it does a lot better, but they're few and far between, aren't they? Most of the time it's just pretty pictures, arty stuff of cars on track. I don't care who wins. Hello, Jeff. Welcome on board as a supporter. Now, the supporters of this channel, the members, get a number of things, like a little emoji. They also get, and I haven't worked out which pics I will put up today, but you will get some RAWs, which you can go and edit. And middle of last week, I put up some more wallpapers for you, a couple of portraits and a number of landscape pictures. And you get them free of charge. You can stick them on your computer, and normally that would cost you some money to buy. Back with you. So get on and become a member. Now, it's frustrating from me that not all countries allow you to become a member, and I don't know what the issue is with that. And they won't let you... what's the other thing they won't do? Oh, yeah, sometimes on your mobile, you won't see the join button. You have to go to a computer. So bear that in mind, people, that you need to go to a computer and hit the join button, and then you get these freebies. What food do we get at the race? We got some chicken with some rice, but that was cold. Maybe you could microwave it and I just missed that. What else did we get? We got some pasta on day one, which didn't have any sauce on it, but we could have some cheese on it. Nothing that you'd write home about. But you know what? We can't get anything. There's no stalls open where we are. So we pretty much just have to eat what we're given. And yeah, no complaints, but there has been better. Right, a couple of members' comments here. Work into Zoom backgrounds. Okay, away you go, Jeff. Have a play with them. Can you photograph the drivers leaving? Yes, but normally there's a lot of work to be done, and you could be investing 3 hours out there waiting for drivers to come. Thank you to, how do I pronounce that name? ECEM DAC. Thank you for becoming a member. Now you go to the community tab now and see all the freebies. And I think you can, I'm pretty sure that you can go and get all of my past RAWs and go and play with them. And when I say a RAW photo, this is the highest form of image. JPEG is a condensed form of an image that you can't really edit that much. But you can with a RAW, and not many people give away their RAWs, but at the end of a race I throw 15,000 odd away. eJam is fine. Thank you. eJam it is. The pressure is mounting on Bottas. Yeah, what can we say about that? there's so much speculation, isn't there? A new member, that's the third member. Good on you, people. Thanks for getting on board. And remember, if you're not a member, you are not in the tent, as somebody said on a recent video. This GP compared with the previous 6 this year. Well, I had a couple of interesting things, so it wouldn't be at the bottom, but it certainly wouldn't be at the top. Thank you to Hip Hop Dan, who's now jumped on board as well. It'd be nice to get 100 new members here because it'd just be nice. Nice for you and for me. Got my COVID test yesterday afternoon. Got my result back today and I'm negative. What do you think of the Yas compared with other circuits? Yas has similar feel to this one, although it's a night race and perhaps the runoffs aren't quite as big. But yeah, with these huge runoffs, we can't get very close to the cars. Thank you to Queen Love, 1975. In 1975, I was doing year 9 at high school in Adelaide. Only cameras owners know what a RAW file is. That's right, yeah. But if you don't know what a RAW file is, don't bother picking them up because you'll have to edit them and that'll be tricky. Just go and grab the JPEGs that you get as wallpapers. Use them as you wish. Don't sell them. I'll be cranky. And it makes me laugh. And I'm going to do a video on this. Some of the bizarre things that I get sent via Instagram, people wanting stuff or demanding stuff. And someone say, oh yeah, please send me all the pictures of Max and Kelly today. No. You can go and buy them at prostarpics.com. This is the business. We're not running a charity here. Or you can come and take them yourself. They're not tricky to edit. It's just that some software will not open a RAW file. What was your best moment? Oh, probably lap 1 and 2 at turn 1. Both of those laps I had incidents and I was able to get photos up. I think I got my photo up of the incident at the first corner. That happened on lap 1. I got that up on lap 3, and the one that happened on lap 2, I got up on lap 5, because the internet was pretty good today, and that's determinant as to whether or not a photo can be got up there quickly. No, I don't think it'll go ahead Silverstone with full crowds. I can't sleep because Max broke Lewis's 2 times winning streak in France. Are you happy about that or sad about that? The sound is out of sync, is it? I wonder if that's because I'm too far from my dongle thing. Maybe I should move over here a little bit. Let's try this. Come with me. We'll go under these trees here. It's quite a lush, lovely background here. Oh, there's a car open there. What about this way? What does that look like? Let's try that. I don't want that though. Let's get rid of that for a second. You don't want that, do you? No. What a race. You enjoyed it, hey? Thank you, Tricky, for your much love. And I'm going to move this around here. I like this angle better. Linda Morselli looked great today in a Valentino dress. Do you get to test any new camera equipment before it comes for sale? No, that would be just for the ambassadors, for the companies, and I'm not at that level. Wouldn't mind it, because I'm very keen to test the new EOS R3, is it? Don't know. It's essentially it's the new EOS R, the digital pro version. I'm staying at a friend's house here. It's not an Airbnb. Hello, Oman. Who said France doesn't produce good racing? It did today. It was very exciting with all the going on behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, I have taken photos of Kelly's daughter. I took them, where was it? 2 years ago anyway. And she'd just been born in Brazil, I think. Can I ask about the latest travel tip? What, the one I just put up before? Because I've already told you that one and I don't have a new one. Have a look at this little dog here, will you? This little fella is lovely and he likes to have tug of war. Look at this. There you go. Look at that. He's a beautiful little dog, isn't he? He's not my dog, he's the people that have the upstairs apartments. Dog. Sony and Fuji better. Well, I got a friend that shoots on the Sony, and he has no problems getting his images from his camera to his phone. And I have all sorts of delays and dramas, unfortunately, but I believe that Canon, with their new software, will be sorting a lot of that out. Favourite pick in 2021? Now, I've forgotten. Oh, the Gulf oil cars coming out of the tunnel, and also George slapping Valtteri on the head in Imola. Should be much easier to get into Austria. No, not true. Well, look, it's okay. When I say not true, we have to have more documents. We have to have a letter from the Red Bull Ring inviting us, which I've got. We have to have a COVID test result. Yes, we have to have our certificate having been vaccinated, and we have to have our letter from FIA saying that we're accredited. 4 documents, and I've got them all. And we don't have to do another thing that everybody else has to do when they go in. That's some form, online form, but I couldn't even do that anyway. I was playing up. What corner? 1 and 2, and then from about the end of the long straight at the back, all the way around there. A section of that was red zone, which means we cannot go. Yeah, excited for the R3. Yes, Jeff, I am. Continue your growth on social media. Well, in fact, yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice because I'm at 185,000 now, and I started the race at 182,000. So I put on 3,000, which is not bad. That's what it normally is. Thank you, David. Good to hear you're along here. I actually put somebody else into a timeout before because I've learned how to do it, but it's tricky while I'm trying to read these comments. I'm not sure how stressful a triple header is going to be because I've never done one. I'll tell you in 2 weeks' time, hey? Where the hell can we buy F1 masks? I don't know. You should wait for the R1. Yeah, is the R1 the Pro version? That's what I'm waiting for. I had had my luggage lost. It's normally a day, and they deliver it to wherever you are. Well, you don't have to travel for the next 2 weeks. Well, I do. I'll tell you exactly what I have to do. Musical pictures. When I get to Austria tomorrow, I stay until Sunday night. Then I have to catch a flight Sunday night to Tirana in Albania, where I stay for essentially 4 nights, 4.5 nights actually. And then so after the Austrian race, Sunday night, I fly out at 10:40 at night, and then I have to stay in Albania for 4 nights, and then I have to come back, and I'll probably miss the Thursday of the Austrian 2 race, and I come back for Friday night and the Saturday night, and then I once again have to fly out to Albania. Well, I don't have to fly there, but I probably will because it's close, because of a visa drama with the fact that I can only spend 90 days in Schengen. And with that extra Austrian race, instead of the Istanbul race, that put me over. So I have to go and find some extra days, and that's what I have to do. Do you think F1 should come back to India? Not at the moment. Is there any way you can? No, you can't extend that bloody visa. I wish you could, because I've looked into it. You just can't. But the beauty of it is, it's a rolling 180 days. So if after September 30, I think it is, or whatever, around that date. After that date, I get all the days at the start of the year come off, and I can add them on again. So it just means I have to be very wary. And look, I'm not the only one. I'm not even sure about the Brits, whether British people, are you allowed to just go and spend as much time as you want in Europe, or are you governed now, given the fact that you are no longer part of the EU? Are you governed by that same Schengen 90-day visa? Traffic, worst traffic ever. Okay, well, I'm leaving the country at 4 a.m, or 6 a.m, I should be fine there, and I arrive in at midnight, so hopefully I'll just get straight to the hotel and edit for 4 days some videos following the next race. A couple of member comments, and I go to them first, or super chat. All right, so apologies if I don't see your question, but the ones from members come up highlighted. No problem with paper work thus far. I did get to the airport in one of my videos, you might have seen that, and I didn't have something I needed, and as such, I had to get onto FIA, and thankfully I found someone in France who was at work and could help me with the document very quickly. I wonder if Danny Rick is limited. No, he's not. I think he's got an Italian passport. Or no, I don't know what he's got, but he wouldn't be limited to that. Don't stay in Albania, man. Stay in Austria. I can't. I'm not got enough days left on my visa. I'm not going to get booted out. Do you want F1 to return to South Africa? I've got no idea. I never shot a race there. I couldn't tell you what it's like. You'd know more than me. Okay, Euro 86 is going to bed. Off you go. Thank you very much for joining us. What is this shit? Well, if you come into Europe, you can have 90 days in what is called the Schengen region, and it's about 26 different countries. So you can go all throughout those 26 countries, and you can spend 90 days in them over 180 days. You can't spend 91, you can't spend 92 because you've overstayed your visa. And that's why I've got to be careful. It's a free travel area in Europe. You're right, Alex. Thank you for that. Ireland, no, it depends what the deal is with quarantine. It's also a longer flight. And I don't care where I go because I just go to a hotel and edit. As long as it's a lovely hotel and I can eat, it doesn't really matter. UK is now the same as Schengen. It is 90 days. Well, I imagine a lot of F1 people need to be careful about that because there is a lot of Brits in the sport. No, I don't colour correct every photo. In fact, I aim to do as little as possible. Someone said, how long do you spend editing? I said, 10 seconds a photo is a long edit. Oh, sometimes I'll spend 5 minutes maybe on a photo, but very rarely. Most of the time I just pick stuff, I can put it up. What is the longest flight you've been on? 17 hours. 17. Australia to Houston direct. Houston? Is it Houston? Yeah, it might be. Maybe Dallas. I can't remember. I don't know. The F1 drivers, I don't know their visa situation. I imagine they've got very good lawyers. Like drivers debrief. Do you go through in your mind how the race? No, I don't worry about that. Any good catch today? Just the pics I put up were okay. Mugello's fine because they won't have that race before September and I get days added back on to my visa once end of September comes. Max or Lewis? I just want to see some close racing. I don't think they are going to know if you have overstayed or not. Yeah, well, I can't afford to take a punt on that. You don't get anywhere in life hoping people don't notice. My pleasure to bring F1 to your living room, Finlay in Edinburgh. My sister danced in the Edinburgh Tattoo many years ago. Yes, I've been inside an F1 team's garage a number of times, and my son got invited by lovely Felix Sigerman when he was Valtteri's press officer. My son was shooting one day, and Felix said, "Oh, does he want to come in and have a look at the garage?" He was 19 at the time, so yeah, that was a lovely invitation, and I'm thankful for that sort of stuff. And if you've got kids, you'll know that anyone does something for your kids, yeah, they're a champion. So luckily we've got enough light left here. Is that a Renault? No, that's a VW Golf, and it's fantastic. I've never driven one before. Esteban Gutierrez, yeah, I know him, a lovely fellow. His wife's lovely. Thank you for enjoying my work, and yeah, for as long as I'm enjoying it, I will keep it up, I promise you that. When it all becomes dull and a grind, I'll throw it in. Michael French, bonjour, monsieur. Comment ça va? Yeah, I love my Golf too. I think that's a really nice little car. And I was told they're quite expensive here. And if they're expensive here, oh my God, they'll be expensive in Australia. There's another driver taking off. Can you hear that? Going back to where he or he came from. Ça va, Michael French. Are you French, Michael? First time watching you live. Good on you, Rachel. Where are you? What part of the world? And what are you doing? And you need to become a member, people. This not being members is not on. You've got to join the team. Get on the team. Have you ever had any banter with any of your fellow F1 buddies? Oh yeah, there's a couple of funny photographers that make me laugh. And yesterday I didn't drink anything in quali, and then I went and shot for another 40 minutes with the drivers coming to the media pen. I'd had no drink then. It was about 31 degrees, and I ended up getting quite dehydrated. Had a big drink and then felt quite ill. But anyway, I didn't vomit, thankfully. Are you a little miffed because you missed Christmas? Oh, don't care about Christmas one bit. There are plenty of other days just as nice as Christmas when the shops are open. Kim, when will you put up the next Raws? Oh, this week sometime. Tuesday maybe? No, just know a little from growing up in a bilingual country. Yeah, and I read a very good thing the other day where if you make fun of people who don't speak English very well and you speak English only, then just got to think that those people are speaking it as a second language and they're doing it to help you. So you should be very grateful. Oh, I tell you, today, in fact, the whole 4 days, we had a driver that took us from the media centre out to the car park, and it's about a drive of 4 minutes, but it saves us quite a bit of walking. His name is Sebastian, E-N, French spelling. He's the most polite person I've ever met, and what a gem. And Pierre Guionnet, I forgot his last bit of his name, he and Eric Bouillet run the French GP. If you're watching this, you need to pat this guy on the back because he is an absolute credit to your organisation and a joy to be driven around by. Sebastian speaks very good English and speaks proper English too, English. Paddock walk for the fans? I don't think so. I'd like it to be great. Has any staff driver tested positive for COVID so far? No. A couple of hospitality people earlier in the year. Oh, and Ziggo Sports people tested positive. A cameraman and a presenter. Hi from Uruguay. And thanks for giving us your flag there, Bruno. Nice to see that. My questions have all disappeared now, but these are nice leaves, aren't they? Very green and lush here, and quiet when the planes aren't taking off. It's near Le Beausset. Hello, Queen Lover. Do you know who brought them? Yeah, I do. I can tell you that Checo was in one. I saw Checo this morning just hanging around in casual clothes, not teamwear. Stroll drove. Max drove. Gasly drove. Seb walked. So he's had a motorhome. Lewis had a motorhome. Ocon, did he? No, he drove. Yeah, I'll go through that in my video tomorrow anyway. There's no jet lag. You don't get jet lag flying around Europe. You might get a little bit of it coming from Australia to Europe when there's 7-hour time difference. America's probably the hardest one. Best food I've had in the last 4 days? Had really nothing. It's been just shit. Nothing to speak of, and I'll be very happy to get to Austria when we might get something. I'm staying in a different place there. Well, I think we're a little bit removed here from the town. There's another driver heading off. Who's that? Oh, that's Daniel Ricciardo. Heading back to London, perhaps, or Monaco. When will I leave for Austria? Tomorrow. Did you see Lando? Yes, I saw Lando. And he was having a chat with Carlos before the drivers' parade, and then we had Pierre catch up with Charles, and they came out together, which is nice because they're good friends. Did some nice photos of Charles's mum yesterday with his girlfriend Giada. My day was okay, Dolinka. I was just bullshitting about Danny Rick. It could have been anyone. But please join up as a member and get yourself a little emoji and a green name so I know who to preference here. No, the jets aren't covered in liveries. I don't know who's taking off. I just made that up. No, in fact, I couldn't even see it because they're well up in the clouds by the time they get to La Beausset. But the traffic was, once again, I hear quite bad, heading back down to Bandol, which is the most beautiful place on the coast. Little harbour there with lots of yachts and so many restaurants along the foreshore. How's the scarf? I still haven't replaced that one because I've not found a Louis shop or even a Gucci for that matter. What a great shot you got of Linda. Oh, yeah, she's lovely, isn't she? It's a beautiful dress, too. Cheeky, love it. Thank you. Greetings to those in the Philippines. Bola, bola. Does your business break even? Don't worry about the money. Forget about the money. Giada is his ex. Yes, I know Giada well. How come you left? Well, it's not... I hope there's not a light on in there that's going to flatten the battery. Yeah, I am excited about the sprint quali, and that's going to be in Britain, isn't it? That'd be nice, something a little bit different. Can you make a segment of your video about the Golf? Really? About that? A rental car? No, I rarely shoot F2 races. I did the other day in Monaco. I was heading back to my apartment early, and the race was quite late in the day, and I had to stand there at Casino Square to cross the track, and I thought, I'll take a few pictures. But no, I don't normally go and do that. You just can't shoot everything. It just mounts up the number of images you have to process. What was this comment here? Can you give a spoiler on your next video? No, I'll just do a video about this event and the stuff I witnessed here. I make notes throughout the weekend. Hello, a new member. Stand by. Who is it? Michael Jansen. Welcome to the team. Okay, what would I say about that car? Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure I know much about cars. It's a beautiful car to drive, though. And, of course, the steering wheel's on the other side that I'm used to. And thank you for those people in Sweden who are with us. But somebody said, is that a problem? It's not a problem, except normally when I pick a car up, if I turn early on with getting the car, if I turn into an empty street, I sometimes end up on the wrong side of the road. But if there's cars coming, I'm fine. I always know to put myself, the driver, in the middle of the road. Fanciest rental car you've driven? Oh, I can't remember. I don't even know what I've got tomorrow. I think it's an SUV of some sort. I did want some Toyota hybrid thing, but they dicked me around, so I said no. I know Lewis posted a picture on Instagram yesterday. It was my picture, and didn't ask permission, so I'll be sending him an invoice for that. That's not on. He knows. I mean, look, it's not him either. It would be his people. He's got a number of people doing that for him. When will I come to India? I can't see it happening. No, I'm not in Marseille. I'm in La Beauce. How can one get into sports photography? Have a big enough audience and comply with the FIA media accreditation rules, and you're in. What else have we got? Yeah, I like the fact that Lewis and Max are fighting things out, and I'd like somebody else to be up there as well, make it a three-way battle. That would be nice. Yeah, it is nice to see some new members here, and a reminder that the member benefits are things like discounts on a lot of my merchandise. Yes, you can buy T-shirts now at kimelman.com. Go and have a look at them, and I've been surprised that people are buying them, and delighted, of course. What I really want to see is someone at a race with a shirt on, and don't think I won't be taking a photo of you and using it somewhere, or many places. Yeah, I love it when you can invoice for an unauthorised publication. That's right, because you get to set the rate. There's no negotiating then. They've used it. Last time that happened with Lewis's social media, they just reposted someone else's post, which, yeah, it had the logo on, but they cropped it out. But anyway, that's a different matter. But that's not on. Just don't go pinch and I don't know why his social media people would even think that's okay. But had to get I think he took the picture off my story, which didn't have a watermark on it. Which car do you like to photograph the most? Well, the McLaren Golf livery, and the least favourites are the Mercedes and the Aston Martin, because in lousy light just look like blobs of black. That doesn't appeal. Yeah, a couple of in fact, this track you can shoot the cars leaving pit lane, and I did shoot them leaving pit lane a few races ago as well. That was in Bahrain, but it's tricky this year because normally we get access to the pits in a normal year, but not anymore. We don't even get access to the paddock, let alone the pits. He tagged me, but he didn't credit me. Anyway, they know the deal. Least favourite track, China. What do I think about Valtteri strategy? Well, I only know what you probably heard was that him having a crack at his team saying, I told you it was a two-stopper, I told you. And if that's the case and he was right, well then he should be disappointed. Did you buy any stuff during your stay in Monaco? I don't hardly buy anything. I bought 3 items of clothing, a pair of shoes, a shirt, and a pair of jeans, and I had to send the equivalent back home to Australia or throw them out because I have no more room left. Will the whole paddock and motorhomes be packed up and gone by tomorrow? Not by tomorrow, but certainly anything that has to go to, where is it, Austria? Yeah, most of that will be gone by tomorrow. Yeah, I am excited about Saudi. I think that's going to be a very interesting affair. I'm excited about having something to eat after this. I might even drive in and get a pizza. Then I've got to pack, got to throw all this stuff that's scattered everywhere in there into a suitcase and a camera bag and get up at 5 to leave here. No, get up at 4 to leave here at 5 to get to, what's this one? Nice at 7 to catch an 8:50 flight to get in at 10:30. Into Vienna. Road trip, no, that has no appeal because I've got videos to produce and I want to be spending the time doing that because that actually pays very nicely. Would you be interested to see a video? It'd be interesting to see a video about how teams are travelling because some of them send drivers by jets. Yeah, well, I don't think I'd have any access to that and I don't think they're going to be too forthcoming about what goes on there. I leave Austria tomorrow. Tackle, spelled incorrectly, or is that another language? Charles and Carlos, question mark. Keep your health the number 1 priority in the triple header, Kim. Okay, thank you for that sage advice. I can't find Southern Comfort anywhere, so I'm certainly drinking no alcohol. Not that I drink a lot anyway. If F1 comes back to Indy, would you host a dinner? I'd love to, but F1 has to say yes, we can mix with the public, because at the moment they say you can't mix with the public. We have to stay away from you people. You're all evil and you could kill everybody. But at some point that's going to have to change. What's your... No, I've already done that question. Dolinka, go back and revisit that. It's earlier on in the live stream. Would you like to shoot photos of drag racing at the Motorplex? No thanks. Well, it's the Wild West here in Indy. Good. I've never been to that. There was a turtle out here yesterday. Just ferreting around in the bush, or a tortoise, one or the other. Best country for food. Oh. Had some nice steaks in Bahrain. I had the pasta at the last hotel. Which one was that? I think where we've been. I stayed there for a long time. The last place. What was the last country? Anyway, it was penne pasta from room service. It was fantastic. Oh, Baku. Baku's not a country, of course. Yeah, thank you, Petrolhead. Azerbaijan. I really liked it. I liked the place. I did get in a bit of trouble because people said, oh, you just talked about the government's line about the war. Yeah, I got no idea what happened. So people tell me stuff I tend to believe. And will I go to Montreal? Yeah, I think I'll go to Montreal. But going to Montreal from Australia is a real grind. It's a 34-hour trip. But from here, it would be much quicker. And I think the drama for me is if we go from Japan to China this year, that is a horror trip because nobody flies. Anyway, my research so far suggests that it's a bit of a drama getting there. And I want to get there quick. Which race do you think has been the best in 2021? Well, the one I did the video about in Baku because of all the drama. You was on the TV taking photographs of Verstappen's shoes before the race. No, that was not me. I have a black hat, which has actually turned brown because all the dye's gone out of it. But I've got another one coming. But thank you for at least noticing. We did get a white hat from the track, which a lot of the people were wearing. And the reason I wear a bucket hat is because you can't wear a peaked cap when you photograph because it knocks onto the camera. If Canada, yeah, we've done that one. Let's go to the bottom. Is it more important to get a shot of Red Bull at their home track? No? If I was shooting for Red Bull, yes. When you're working on an F1 track, can you follow the race well? I can with the BBC commentary in my ear, and I did today. First 3 races, couldn't get it. The app it's a shit app. What race are you most looking forward to next? Saudi. And Indy, maybe. I'll try my best as well, says Dave. Would absolutely love to meet you. Well, if we can have a dinner, that would be great. My flight plans for the next weeks. This place, or Nice to Vienna, Vienna to Tirana, Tirana to Vienna, Vienna to Tirana or Bucharest, or maybe Sarajevo. What's the other one? What's the capital of Romania? Is that Bucharest? Yeah, there's 3 places that have flights out on a Sunday night from Vienna, so I have to go. I really have to go on Sunday night, so I have to pick just one of those countries. Do you think a second race in the US will happen? I don't know. There's all these rumours going around. Without a doubt, there is negotiations going on. That's where people get these rumours, because I don't know, logistics people might know about something and covertly or inadvertently say something, and sort of it spreads around. Haven't met David Croft. Yeah, I've had a chat with him a few times. Today he had a bottle of Ferrari champagne, not a Magnum, just a normal sized bottle, and I saw him coming out of the paddock. Worst part of the track you were ever been to take a photo? Nothing comes to mind. Yeah, I've got some pictures. If you have a look at prostarpics.com, you'll see all the pictures I've processed, but I've got another 200 or 300 left to go. Plus I've got to eat, plus I've got to pack. George to Mercedes, well, not a done deal yet. There's a bit going on, I'm sure. I believe that if he gets the nod, they might announce it in Silverstone. Be good publicity for them. Which is more likely to happen, China, Istanbul? I believe China for the race after Japan. I've booked accommodation there, plus Istanbul. I expect the Hungarian GP to go ahead. Is there any doubt, Terry? Can you please share more pictures of Charles Ferrari Roma? Go on to prostarpics.com. You can see all of my pictures there. So there'll be 1,400 photos thereabouts up come tomorrow morning or late tonight from the 4 days of this event. And you can see everyone there. I only put the best ones up on Insta, and people don't want to see 1,400 photos on Instagram, that's for sure. If you're keen, you can go and sift through them. The dog's not there anymore. I don't know where the dog's gone. He's a nice little dog. I wish I could get him down here and play, because there he is. Okay, I'll give you a quick look at the dog again. Come on. Where is he? Hello. Hello. Look. Hello. Hello. That's the dog. There he is in the background there. And that's Mario in there editing, I think. You would have seen Mario at the Parc Fermé today. He always wears blue. What's Pato Award? Anyway, I don't think I'll be photographing that. Favourite cuisine? Oh, I like Italian. I love a steak, a great steak. And I'll get that, I know, in Texas, as I'm looking forward to. Amazing job by Fernando and Carlos today. What did Fernando do? Great progress. Okay. Is that my helper? The dog? No. Just found the live stream. I thought it was a great finale. Yes, it was. And very close. If it had finished, 3 laps earlier, Lewis would have won. I've met Roscoe and photographed Roscoe, and you know what, the other day, and I might have mentioned this in my Thursday video, I saw him walk across the paddock with Lewis, and I just couldn't get a clean shot. Yes, I use Photo Mechanic to Lightroom. Fantastic stuff. Are the aeroplanes we hear from Nice? No, they're taking off from the airport next to the track. Pato is coming to... Who's Pato? Tell me about that. Russell's future. You'll know more than me about that, because you probably read more. I don't hear much at the track. about that particular issue. Best value city. I think Baku's pretty good value, although the cost of their accommodation has definitely gone up over the years. Another 5 minutes to go, and then I'm going to eat, all right? That depends on the traffic actually down there, if I have to drive down and get a pizza or something. Travel photography, no. Once I finish with F1, I think I've had enough. I'm doing video now. Do you work on the plane? Yes. In fact, I hardly ever watch a video on the plane, and especially if they've got in-seat power. But that last flight, which was only an hour and 10 minutes, I'd run out of power on my computer. But it didn't matter because I was able to finish that video in time. There's that little blue Golf. Fast car. Very nimble too. Best French GP? Yeah, I don't remember much about the previous three I've been to. Yes, I've done Targa rallying. Baku looked beautiful. Yeah, I didn't mind it. Found a couple of nice restaurants with some good people. I'm a stud. Michael, I'm a stud? What do you know? A glimpse of the jets flying. You know, they're up in the clouds by the time they go over this place. Do you ever take on second photographers? No. Can't get them accredited. No one's getting accredited at the moment. Not even the full-timers. They're having trouble. Have a nice trip. I'll have a nice trip if things go to plan. Best posing driver. I got a nice shot of Lando yesterday. He looked over his shoulder as he went in to the paddock to see if anyone was or anyone, or maybe me, I don't know. He looked over his shoulder and he smiled for me and I got a shot, and then he turned away and kept walking, and then he looked over again the second time, which is quite nice. Do you ever hear good gossip about the drivers? Yeah, a little bit. Travel vlog coming up for this trip. Yeah, I always do a travel vlog because they're easy. I get lots of vision. I don't have to. What you have to understand is that, and I'm sure a lot of you do, when I do a video about F1, I can only use photos. So if I do a 20-second segment on something, I might use 6 photos, and you've got to find them, export them, size them, put them in, transition them to get 20 seconds of finished vision. Whereas if I just hold down the record button on a video, I can just pan around and get 20 seconds of something, and it's that easy. That's why the travel videos are pretty good. And when I record them, obviously, I record them in chronological order. So it's nice and easy to just place them in the timeline and just cut them up. Then once you cut them up, you go and add stuff over the top. How are you still not disgusted about the COVID tests? I don't know. It just doesn't bother me now. And some people are better administering it than others. One driver had some Christian Louboutin shoes on today that were fantastic. Very out there, with white shoes with this red alligator teeth sole. Is in Red Bull Ring is 2 races. Yeah, 2 in a row. What's the biggest hurdle to become accredited? Fitting in with what FIA want at the time, I would imagine. Heard anything about fans at Silverstone? Nothing yet. Do you still have to test with vaccination? To test with your vaccination? Yeah, everyone has to test. You can still get COVID, and you can still pass it on. Just that if you get it, you won't be violently ill. Yeah, I met Elena the other day and we had a good long chat. She came out and did a shoot. Or she was out the front of the paddock, I should say, and I shot her out there while she was out the front. So I got her all to myself. Great girl. In fact, I met her 2 or 3 years ago. She's very driven, smart, and very fit. Do you enjoy taking pictures of... Yeah, I do. That's why I do it. Hello, Kiel in Germany. Wie geht's? Gut, danke. Und Ihnen? Next dream car for you after your Porsche. I wouldn't mind one of those if they had one that was a bit punchier. But you know what? I don't need any more cars. At the moment, I don't even need any. In Baku, you don't need a car. You just need the taxis. They are exceptionally good value. Some of my 3-kilometre trips were 1.1 euros. Yeah. Don't leave stuff in the hotel, as you'll be moving a lot this coming next week. Yeah, and what I'm doing is I don't need to take a lot of stuff to Tirana for that in-between bit. So I'm going to leave a lot of the stuff Stuff that even if I lose, it doesn't matter. In my locker at the track. Hello, Steve. Mr. W's on board. He's upgraded his membership. Good for you, sir. Nice to have you on board. Yeah, you can get good photos from the stands, but I don't go up in this. In fact, I'm not even allowed to go anywhere near the public, so fat chance of me knowing where to sit in the stands. But ideally, you want to be, hopefully, above the wire. You don't want to have to shoot through the wire. Hello, Kenya. And I'll take one more question, and then I'll leave you to go and do what you were doing, and I'm going to go and eat. So let's find one good question. 423 watching. That's nice. Yes. Right now, I need every one of you to hit the like button, please. I'm just going to wait. We're at 247, 248. Everyone, please hit the like button now. Yeah, that's good. 4 more. What? Hit the like button. Come on. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's fantastic. Please hit the like button again. Wow. Thank you very much. Whoever that was, that's a great initiative. Yep. Come on, until we get to 400. We'll do it until we get to 400. Come on, hit the like button, everyone. Doesn't cost you anything. Look, this is the effort involved. Bang. There you go. 345. I want to see it up at 400. 2 dislikes. Yeah, well, you can't please everybody, can you? You're getting it for nothing. Quick, hit that like button right there. Maybe some of you have got the volume off and you're not listening. But 38 more to go. Someone's liked it and unliked it. What's going on there? Okay, I'll give you a shout. Caitlin. Milton. No, Milan, is it? With an upside down exclamation mark. I did my part. Thank you, Jesus. 30 more to go. Come on, hit the like button, please. Where do you shoot your car photos today? I already mentioned that. Turn 1 and around the back of the track, the last few corners. Can you explain Red Bull Ring? Yeah, it's a track where we go racing. 13 more, please. 13 more. 15. How did we went back to? Now, come on, people. Don't take them off. 382. I liked Much Love from Germany. Good on you. Thank you very, very much. No name needed. 19 to go. Milan. Thank you, Milan. I've been to Milan. Didn't like the graffiti. I like the Duomo, though. Anyone moving their like is just trying to be number 400. You don't get a prize for this, so just get it up to 400. Come on. We've got better things to do, people. We've got food to eat and work to do. So once we get to that, I'm going to go. Look, there's a little fella. He's on guard up there. Rightio, well, I think 384 is not bad. So with that said, I'm going to say thank you very much for your attention, and I'm going to wish you a good week, and we'll talk next Sunday after the Styrian or Austrian GP. Ciao.